You may have noticed yesterday, El Salvador adopted Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency, as legal tender. It didn't go to plan. There were angry protests, technological glitches, and a plummet in value marked the very first day. And did you know there's a pub, though, in Scotland where you can buy a pint using Scotcoin, a Scottish cryptocurrency? It's the Arlington Bar in Glasgow. And I went there to meet the new owner, David Lowe. Right, well, I'm in the Arlington, famous for two things around the world at the moment. One is it has the Stone of Destiny, and the other is there is a Stone of Destiny Scotcoin lager that you can buy, or in theory you can buy with Scotcoin, and the new owner, David Lowe, is here. Hello.
Hi there, John.
Tell me about Scotcoin, because that's what you're about partly too.
Yeah. Well, Scotcoin's a Scottish cryptocurrency. It's been around for about 8 or 9 years now. It's a work in progress. And we anticipate that it will be it'll be having an initial exchange offering either in the first quarter or last quarter of this year or the first quarter of next year. What does that mean? It basically means it will be looking to raise quite a lot of money to further its objectives of doing good things for the disadvantaged initially in Scotland and subsequently further afield. The focus will be on food, clothing and shelter, and we will use sterling funds realised as well as Scotcoin to further those objectives. And we'll be looking to sign up preferred partners willing to take the coin as a means of payment for their services. So by coincidence, my brother operates the Arlington Bar. It has taken Scotcoin for quite a while now. And indeed, with the new blockchain that we have and the new wallets that we have, probably one of the first companies to sign up to take the Scotcoin.
So you've kindly set up this thing called Scotwallet for me, and there's some Scotcoin in it.
Yeah.
And in theory, the bar's not open, but in theory, I can buy that pint using Scotcoin.
Yes, you can. So initially, what's going to happen is it's going to be limited to one product Monday through Thursday, because you can't have too many people trying out this new process, if you like, payment process at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night. But the way it works is as straightforward as Apple Pay. The pub has a wallet, the customer has a wallet, the customer has Scotcoins in his wallet. He asks for his pint of Scotcoin IPA, Stone or Destiny, sorry, Scotcoin IPA. He knows what the price is because you have to display the price, that's the law. And he basically transfers the requisite amount of Scotcoin to the pub's Scotcoin wallet. It happens instantly, and crucially, it happens without a transaction fee. Because as long as the two parties to the transaction, i.e. the buyer and the seller in this instance, both have the Scot wallet, then it happens without a transaction charge. So that's a major plus.
What do you say to people who say, look, all this cryptocurrency, I don't like it, I don't trust it? You've been around the block. I mean, you look through your back catalogue and you've done a fair few things. You work all around the world, you do business. What you do is business. Tell me about whether I can trust Scotcoin. How much is a Scotcoin? Why would I trust Scotcoin?
Well, if you look at the easiest way to sort of try and explain that without going into a lot of detail is to just think of it as another currency, like a euro or a dollar. The price of a cryptocurrency, just like a euro or a dollar, goes up and down against the price of sterling. So what you're obviously wanting is some sort of stability. So the price of Scotcoin will be determined by the marketplace, and that's where the IEO comes in. When the currency floats on the exchange, the market will decide what the price is. So I'm not going to speculate and say right here, right now, that one Scotcoin is worth X pounds. The market will decide that, and the market will decide what happens thereafter.
So in terms of the future then, what will Scotcoin be used for? What is it used for now, and what do you want it to be used for? And how, because I think you're releasing 5 billion stocks.
Yeah, there's 5 billion Scotcoin have been created, of which 2 billion is held by roughly 800-900 holders worldwide with a strong bias towards Scotland. The other 3 billion, everybody always says, well, who owns the other 3 billion? Is it you, Dave? Well, much as I'd like to be, it isn't. It's held by a CIC, community interest company, with a board and an advisory board. So they will determine, who receives Scotcoin going forward, and there will never be more than 1% released each year. That's to help maintain an orderly market. if you look at it from a market point of view, what the market wants to know that there's not going to be 3 billion dumped on the market and depressing the price. So that's where this restricted release, this, call it quantitative easing, a lot of people hear about that these days. No more than 1% of the 3 billion will be released each year, and the advisory board will determine who gets that cryptocurrency. I know what El Salvador's done, a brave move, but El Salvador was in a bit of a mess. With COVID, it didn't have its own currency. Very pertinent for Scotland, so it wasn't able to quantitative ease, create extra money, to pay for all the costs associated with staying solvent throughout the virus. So El Salvador has basically adopted the Bitcoin as its official cryptocurrency, instead of relying on a foreign currency like the dollar. But you asked me a question there, sorry, about trust.
Yeah,
if you don't trust it, don't use it.
Yeah. David Lowe from the Ellington Bar, and I didn't buy the pint, I just kept the cryptocurrency, if that's okay. We'll see what happens.